Alright, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be learning how to make a video that looks a little something like this. If you saw my last video, which would be the one that I posted for the first time in a really long time, I said that I was going to try to break down some of the little videos that I had thrown up there when I was giving out some tips of what you can do while you're staying at home. One of them was the Pringles video that I'm going to go over. So I figured I'd just go through the process with you guys to show you how I did it, because I think there's a few cool things that you can learn here. So let's just get right into it. The first thing you're gonna need is a tripod. So if you don't have a tripod by now, you probably should get one. There's a lot of other things you can do. You could stack it up on some books, your camera on books, put it on a chair, just anything that's stable that's not really gonna move a lot. For this, I'm using this fishing game. It's called Gone Fishing, or in French, Jeu de Pêche. I was doing some other videos that I'll also do some tutorials on, but I found that this thing would be good to do a lot of product videos on because it spins itself automatically. But if you don't have one of those, you can actually get like a Lazy Susan or a Dolly for like 15 bucks on Amazon, I'm sure. And basically what that is, if you've ever had like tacos at a restaurant or something and they have all the materials on there, you can just spin it around yourself. And so you could probably just put like a piece of cardboard or something on that so it looks like a flat table, and then you could just spin it manually to get that same effect. So then once you have all your stuff, you're gonna want to do a setup. For me, I'm using my sister's photo lights that I got for her on Amazon for like 100 bucks. It's just like a couple soft boxes. There's no real specific order that I put these in. I'm not a professional as far as lighting goes, so I just kind of made sure that the Pringles can was as well lit as possible so that it'd be sharp. I set up a sheet in the background that was kind of far away from the subject, so I pulled a table that the Pringles was going to be on a little bit away from the background so it'd be kind of blurry. And then I took some LED strips, like just a green LED strip light, and put that in the background to add an effect. As far as filming goes, I had my camera set vertically since I know I was going to be shooting this for Instagram, and then I just set that, locked it on the tripod, moved the fishing game into the center of the frame, and then the only other thing that I did was put a clear glass on top of the fishing game, and then put the Pringles can on top of that, so that way when I filmed, you wouldn't actually see the fishing game or the base of that spinning, and that way it would be easier for me to mask out the Pringles can in post so it would look like it was floating. So I set everything up in the center of the frame, turned on the little spinny game, and just let that roll for a couple seconds so I got a couple good rotations of the Pringles can. Once that was done, I actually removed the Pringles can and the spinning platform and just recorded for another couple seconds of just the background so I get a nice clean plate to use, because that's going to be important in post. So I got this idea actually from Daniel Schiffer's channel, and he did this whole thing with cereal, and he had the cereal kind of exploding from the box. So that was the original plan for this, was to do this whole step, and then there's another step where you kind of throw up whatever food product you have in the background, so when you masked everything out, it would kind of look like it would be exploding out of the packaging. I tried doing that, but I ran into some problems as far as focusing. I couldn't get the focus right, and on top of that, the LED strip light, when I had the camera set in slow motion, actually created this little sequential kind of thing, so it was moving. So when I tried to mask out the chips later in post, it just looked way too weird. The coloring was all off, so I just decided to leave it as a rotating can. But if you want to take that extra step and kind of make it look a little bit more fancy, definitely check out his video. I'll leave the link in the description down below for that whole step and stuff. Other than that, it's just a matter of masking things in post. I'm not going to really go over that because it's fairly simple, but basically what I did is I took the shot without any of the Pringles or anything in it at the end, and I put that at the bottom, so that would be your clean plate. Then you add the Pringles shot on top of that, and you kind of mask out the can, and then once that's done, you just throw some color correction on it and make everything look nice and neat. I decided to actually throw on a couple effects on there, like some RGB fringe effects on the edge to blend in a little bit better, and I also did some vintage effect just to make the video a little bit more interesting, because I didn't want to do just a 10-second clip of a can spinning. All right, so that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions on how to do this, or would like me to cover it a little bit more in depth about how I did the masking and stuff like that, just leave a comment down below. I'm also going to try to cover how I did the other two commercials that I had on my Instagram from the other videos as well, and they use kind of the same techniques. I use the same spinning thing to get some nice rotations of the cans, the full cans just spinning around, but I did a little bit of extra steps with those product videos as well, so hopefully you guys will stick around and watch those as well if you're interested in that. But until next time, I'll see you guys then. All right, peace out. Hit your line with you fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go. It's only up from there.
my own, just running through the fields, baby, vivid for the ear.